Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins. We're just going to have a look at Holochain, actually, just Holochain, alright? So this is a coin that I had running on my bots a little while back, and it did pretty well. I knew it was, Holochain likes to do these mad pump and dump sort of things. That's basically what it likes to do. And some of them are sustained, you know, one, two, and then eventually they crumble. So then I got in all over again, you know, as I saw this was ticking up nicely here. So we'd had a 1 and then a 2 and a 3, and then what happened here is it reached its peak, and then unfortunately it was kicked while it was down because Binance delisted the Bitcoin pairing, which I don't blame them, because it was basically flickering between a 1 and a 4 Satoshi. So, you know, as nice as that could be to make a trade from a 1 to a 2 Satoshi, not many people manage to do it. So it kind of, I don't blame them for delisting it. It's not delisting it because it's a dead currency or a dead coin, absolutely not. So got out of that one, stopped my bots, and now I'm looking to get back in. In fact, I just got back in not too long ago, and I'll show you something. I can't remember actually managing to do this before. This is something that's never really been achieved by me. But you see this little wick? That was me. I moved the market. I've made my stamp on the chart, which I suppose, you know, will come to either love or regret. But as far as this chart's concerned, it's a bit of a deadly one, alright? So I'm expecting this to have a decent move over the long term, alright? This isn't something that I'm expecting to move immediately at all, because normally I would trade on the back of like a strong signal. We've not really got the strong signal here on the daily, but I think basically as far as the chart is concerned, it's relatively oversold. What we have here, if we saw the last drop down to the bottom of this Bollinger Band here, the RSI came straight back down into an oversold area. Also the money flow index as of yesterday hit pretty much a decent read for, you know, a potential bottoming area, not a bottoming area. So, you know, getting into these levels for me is worth the risk, because the way that I've done my analysis on this one is on a weekly chart, and weeklies for me are basically my preference, because I'm looking for the biggest move with a spot hold, not the short term, but the long term. And the long term on this says we've got an Ichimoku cloud conversion baseline crossover here. Even though it's not perfect, it's still coming out of this big red cloud. So now we're out of the cloud, there's every chance that we will continue and make this area obsolete and basically come up to test some of these higher areas, if not perhaps a full-on reversal of trend. And if that is the case, then that would be a very, very, very nice spot hold. But again, this is a weekly that I've decided to get involved on this one, and because it's a weekly, I'm not expecting anything anytime soon. But, you know, as far as, you know, a trend is concerned, I do feel as though that this is bottomed here. We've had a peak, now we've bottomed, we've had a higher high, and if this is the low, then we've also had a higher low, and we've come out of this giant Ichimoku cloud conversion, Ichimoku cloud with a cross taking place in the cloud. But I've now made this purchase out of the cloud, so we're gonna see how this one unfolds. And again, it'll be over a period of weeks, maybe even longer than that. But when this one goes, it will go pretty strong, pretty hard, pretty fast. But at the moment, I'm not really expecting it to do anything quite so dramatic at the moment. Anyway, that would be Holochain on the Binance chart there. Quick look at Bitcoin is wanting to rally. Bitcoin is rallying and will likely, maybe even today, touch the 36,000 mark. This will be the turning point, all right? So yeah, like I say, I'm bearish until proven otherwise. But if we can break above here, everything should be okay. And if we get that cross to the up, then everything will certainly be okay. If we have a look at Bitcoin dominance now, we can see that we've been poking up ever so slightly today. So Bitcoin is getting back into the game. The rotation, you know, this is how it generally works. I mean, alts have been rallying mad. They've had 2, 3, 4 X's during this alt season. I still believe there's plenty of time for it to run. Yeah, some of that money is running back into Bitcoin. Now, we don't have any sort of strong buy signals on Bitcoin, but it is definitely smashing through the resistance of these moving averages, which let's get those up now. The 10 exponential has now just been compromised, so it would basically mean that I would expect this 36,000 to be met now, and if that breaks and we get support on there, then yeah, we can start talking about all-time highs again. But for the moment, you know, it's a work in progress, isn't it? It's a work in progress. Anyway, let's have a brief look at Holochain on here. We do have a fresh buy signal as of yesterday on the daily. Again, you know, this is bearish posturing. We're still in the bearish half. It's, I suppose, hedging my bets that we will move. It's going to be very weak for the moment while the volume is extremely low. So again, you know, this isn't. I don't make calls. I don't do signals. This is my entry for what I consider to be a long-term, as in like weeks to maybe even months, opportunity to do a possible, what would this be? You know, this is going to be quite a substantial move from where we are at right now. If you were to do a full-on reversal up to the top, a close to a 3x on that one. So I'm going to leave that with you there, and I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.